three questions. Was I an accident? Do you want me to grow up to be just like you? Why didn't you do better than you did? Topic inspired by Dan PENA. I was listening to his speech. I believe it was Boston University. And he said, you need to talk to your mom. Not your dad, because your dad will lie. And he said those were the three questions to ask them. And I don't like those questions because as stone faced as I am, I want to say that I am an emotional person because I think, you know, when I when I wake up, I may have had the AC or the fan or what's it called, the warming system, a furnace or a fireplace, but I have life. I woke up in a world of capitalism that allows me to save up, make a profit, rinse, wash, repeat, and make it happen. When I come from an environment, a history of people that that think otherwise, um, and I recall it just many things, more like many, not just many things, but many feelings at once, or so many memories that it gives me a feeling of, you know, if I don't stay on this path, man, I'm gonna end up like that dude who was smarter and more talented and more skilled than I was, and who gave up. I'll be like those fucking demons that I guess I'm gonna call them demons that I run into that have allowed toxicity to finally be accepted in their body and mindset and be like, I don't know why you working on your dreams. It's like, look at me. If I couldn't do it, and I'm the best, because mama said so, because daddy said so, because I'm a black man, because I'm independent. I'm an independent, strong woman. If I couldn't do it, that means you can't do it. And then their wife or husband, their friend will say, yeah, yeah, he's right. He's got a point. I'm miserable too, because obviously it's impossible. And I think that I read this thing on Imgur on the interwebs, and so I don't know if it's real, man, or if it's fake news. There's a picture of Keanu Reeves, and it's got some words saying that he dreams of a day where he'll be walking down the street and people will be speaking about what did he say? What did he say life and philosophy instead of the Kardashians. And no, I like that because you know should the sun not blow up? Should the sun not give us a solar flare that will fry all our electronics? Should the Earth's gravity not be distorted and throw life around? The great geyser of Yosemite finally explode, cracking the world in half. If we're able to not nuke ourselves or follow the Sharia law, or let communism finally win over America. Look, such a state of awareness is possible, and no, and I'll say for me, it is a challenge because I don't. Again, I'm gonna get to the video about my mental disease, my mental disease or my mental disorder or my mental problem, which is trying to figure out why people are the way that they are. Because again, if you really want to distract me, you could be you could be in a nice car, a convertible, run flat tires, body armor, fireproof, scuba gear attached to it, um, Prada, Gucci bags in the back from shopping, paying off in cash. John Cena's unreleased mixtape. Should be darker right there. Having gotten your frappe, latticino, frappuccino, whatever that shit's called, from one of your $100 Starbucks gift cards, and another $100 gift card just on standby. You can be sitting in your car, parked in your car next to me. You have the windows down with Taylor Swift playing in the background. And you say, no, they forgot to put the granola on my drink or whatever shit they put on there. Did they put granola? I think at Starbucks or just caramel. And you get out of your vehicle and the whole world is unfair. And yes, I will pause and be like, wait, how is that possible? And I think a lot of people will say, well, it's not your life, man. Just go on and do your thing. And I say, no. This is the teacher, the substitute, the nurse, the doctor, your mother, your father, your neighbor, your niece, your nephew, the person with a vote. The person in charge. And do you want people like that in charge of resources of teaching, in the leadership role, a teaching role? And I think not, man. I think not, because I like going into these topics that do hurt. That do hurt those of what's left of my feelings or my heart. Because I wouldn't doubt that there's a younger version of me out there who's like, man, you know what? I can't afford the private art classes, private art teacher. I can't afford the bus fare, or I can't even walk to the free art class, which I don't have the pencil and art pad to attend, because I can't walk because it's too dangerous, and I can't go by bus because I can't afford it by bus. So what's on the interwebs? And I think, and I met people that they'll let the hardship overrun them. No, man, you see, I was gonna do this. And then, 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 and then I remember people saying, "Yeah, man, for this summer vacation, for this spring or winter break, I'm going to this country, that country." I remember people saying, "Yeah, yeah, you are. Oh, go ask him over there. He's been there. He's done that." Oh man, what you do, man? Did you plan like a month in advance, a year? It's like, no, actually, the last trip that I made, I think I made a decision, and within 9 days, I was already on an airplane, making shit happen. When I do road trips, the biggest concern is, I'll tell you, the biggest factors are, besides having the monies for lodging, for hotels and gas money and food, no shit, right? And supplies. But for me, the biggest factors are: is there a tornado? No, good. Hurricane? No, good. Um, Fucking 10 days of nonstop rain? No, good. To go. And I don't get how people just cannot just go. Well, you see, man. Well, I got these expenses, and I gotta do this, and this and that, and they're waiting to retire to finally take action on those things. Oh man, that's giving me a bad body ache thinking about that, because even if even I'm trying to think, even if I would have gone a different route, and I would have just played it scaredy cat style, just, oh man, what if I get hurt? I better not join. I better not join. Okay, I won't do that. And I never got into drawing or tattooing or creating my own path of shit. And I just stayed at McDonald's or any fast food chain. Or I was like, you know what? I'm gonna live a little bit on the edge. I'm gonna work at McDonald's and Burger King and Starbucks, part time at Starbucks. And yeah, I could, even if I did that, I think very likely I would just save up to do a road trip. Trying to think, what would my gut instinct be? Wine country here in California, um, the deserts of Arizona. What's it called? Roswell, New Mexico. Area 51 outside of it. What's that fucking circus? That clown hotel. And very likely, because I don't know how does this happen, but I know that when I look into the skies, when I'm at the beach, I look across into the ocean. When I've what's it, the Grand Canyon, I looked at the hole, and I looked beyond that, and I thought, okay, well, what's over there? What's beyond that? What more is there? And other people would just be like, "Oh, look, let's just get a pencil from right here and just say we're over here." And I thought, okay, yeah, 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 all right, just get your souvenir, take a selfie, take a whatever, a picture of it. But there's one thing I should have asked a Marine that I knew, that I worked with. Uh, I learned from him that I didn't know this. Do you know what happens when you travel to a country and you've stamped it, you've gotten so many stamps on it that you have no more no more rooms for stamps. You know what happens? You told me you had to go to the embassy so you can get more pages added to your passport, so you could uh, get stamped. And I should have just I would have liked to have seen this. I didn't think of it because I was still trying to think. Get some water. We're still trying to remember that so that I don't end up in that situation. Because he was with other Marines, so he could go and save it to the embassy and get some stamps, pages. I believe. But yeah, to if I could have held that passport and seen it, I could have thought, man, how much traveling is there to do? And I remember him when he told me, yeah, fucking idiot. Well, here in California, here in this stupid fucking area, will say, yeah, man, I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna go to Coachella. And he says, for that same money, you can go to another fucking country and think for yourself. What are you doing in life? Where are you at? But yeah, I like this area because talking about these things because was I an accident? I think look, I don't like abortion, but if you could barely scrape enough money together for you to own some cheese whiz and crackers as a single mother or as a single dad, then I think that child shouldn't be born because you know I'll tell you from people that I personally know that grew up in an environment that lacked a lot of what I would call just basic family, parenting, and community things. And some stupid fuck will probably say well, that's okay, man. I grew up without cable. Well, I grew up without a dishwasher machine. No, you fucking moron. For those stupid fucks, I'll say. No, I'm talking about people that were raped. People that saw other people get murdered. Who were, so close that the blood and brains and bone fragments landed on them as kids in America. Well, or North America. um, Good friend of mine, hard motherfucker. He tells me about when he was homeless and when he would go to, I think it was 7-Eleven or AM, PM gas stations and where the condiments were at to get all the, or any restaurant that had condiments for their hot dog sandwiches, hot dogs or burgers. He would go in there and just start eating the condiments straight out and then leave with some chips and soda. And yeah, you know what? Some of these amazing people that were just strong, man, and they were able to stop the cycle. And then a dumb fuck will say, "Well, you see, that's proof that people can stop the cycle." Like, no, you don't. You want to go with me down the Skid Row? Oh wait, well, you see, I got class tomorrow. Okay, let's go the day after. Oh, but you know, I said my friends I will go down to the beach. Okay, next weekend. Oh, but you see, you know, my mom, my girlfriend, my daddy, you see, my grandma, they want to go to Chili's. Oh, it's too far, man. But I think my dog snoring. He's like, yeah, it's boring, man. When you guys are just suckers, man. You know, people are even too lazy just to pick up their own dog shit, man. But you know what makes it the dog walk worth it is once you know when my dog will will say, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I'm alive, and go into like some sort of turning position and spinning position and just be thankful for life and hop around, man. And just saying, pretty sure my dog is thinking, so it's gonna be fun all the time forever. It wags her tail, and and then I think what does get to me is I think I'm very likely I'm gonna outlive these dogs, and how painful it is to bury them. So then I hug them so hard that it's like basically a stranglehold, just to feel that they're alive and just to feel the energy, man. No, my dogs don't weigh any less than 100 pounds. So when I fucking hold these motherfuckers, they're either solid motherfuckers. My dog once he was climbing this little brick wall, maybe a foot and a half tall, right next to some grass, and this motherfucker, the dog, just says, "Oh, look at that grass," and just doesn't even jump off, just leans over, falls off of it onto the grass, and just life is beautiful. Yeah, man, life. There's so many directions in life, man. Um, so many. I'll probably break it down even to more videos. But the question that got to me is, do you want me to grow to be just like you? And I think a lot of parents will say no. I know I would say no. Oh, how foolish I was. How scared I was. How small thinking I was. That's it for now, motherfuckers. Get after it. Go forward. Start your own YouTube channel. Share your story. Trump 2020.